It's time! We destroy the Nether Brain and end the Grand Design! Let's finish this. Help us!
Its will is weakening. Fall by my hand.
Resist. Impossible. Pain! Fear! Terror! Reconsider. Assess. Implore. Surrender!
Subdued. At last. This is its death rattle.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute!
This is it, soldier. This is what we fought for. Time to end this thing.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of Karlach's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
no more tadpoles, Brain. It's time to die.
My master. I must obey. I must end.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of overwhelming ethics. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain. Silence. For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own. And then, gravity. Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
It's done. The Netherbrain is defeated. Along with the grand design, praise Mother Gith.
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mazora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
We really did it.
I can't feel the tadpole. They must have all died with the brain. That means we can't turn into mind flayers. Not that there's necessarily anything wrong with being a mind flayer, of course.
It's all right. I knew what I was doing.
I will ensure that all Githyanki know your name and your sacrifice. What you have done today will start a fire that rages across the astral plane. With their lost prince returned, my people will burn away Vlaakith's corruption. And it is all thanks to you. The Illithid who defied a Netherbrain.
I did, didn't I? I saved the fucking world. And I think I might live long enough to tell the tale too.
I thank you, my liberator, my savior. My people are leaving, and I must leave with them. Come, Lae'zel. We will free the Githyanki and dismantle the Empire. Let them be imprisoned no longer.
I have already chosen a way. The way of Orpheus. Vlaakith will fall, and we will plant a seed. From that seed, Githyanki freedom will blossom. Your will is strong, Rastil. Your name will be etched in our slates. You will be called Mlagir, Liberator. Orpheus, I am ready.
Julas! Juthas! Farewell, Gestil, my liberator.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city, smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Gionthar. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. With the crown in my hands, I would be unstoppable. The casts I weave would be mine to command. I would be more than the greatest wizard who ever lived. I would be a god. Want, need, deserve. Choose whatever word you prefer. But it is what I'm going to do. Mistra has dictated the terms of my potential for long enough. The crown would grant me control of my own destiny at last. Think of all I could achieve. All that I could grant to those whose ambitions are restrained by Mistra's yoke. I could raise a new Netherrealm, right here in Faerun. It seems that we've come to an impasse. I stand on the threshold of divine ascension, and you would try to keep me grounded. It's not your fault. I can hardly expect you to understand. But nor will I relinquish this chance because you're unwilling to imagine a world where I succeed. Ah, I will never forget you. That much I promise. And if one day you feel differently, I would be honored to have you as my chosen.
And all to impress a former lover. Gale should do as Minsk did and stop at the face tattoo. Mistra no longer wishes to share his bed. Boo doubts she will wish to share the mastery of all magic with him instead. But let the wizard wet his robes in the river, if that is his wish.
Well and good, but enough of that. What now? My hamster is hungry.
I wouldn't mind a very well-earned libation myself.
I honestly don't mind what we do once we get to the... Ow! What the... Oh no. Oh God. Well, it was nice when it lasted. Ah! I'm sorry. I have to go.
We will find you, Astarion, and Boo will bring a sunflower!
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid Empire, no Death God's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
Last night was perfect. Though I couldn't help lying there thinking about my parents before you stirred. I gave them the release they asked for. Freed myself from Shah's grasp just as they wished for. But there's moments where I think I'd trade that to be able to see them again. Talk to them again. There's so much only they could have told me. But that's all gone now. I've got to move on. Find some place for myself. I was hoping you'd say that. Whatever lies ahead will be far less daunting if I have you. It could be just like old times. Well, hopefully not exactly like old times. I think I've had enough camping and mortal peril for one lifetime.
Since the Netherbrain fell, you and Shadowheart have seen more of Faerun than you ever thought possible. She no longer shies from wolves or water. Nothing in the world frightens her anymore. and you feel you could face anything by her side. One day, you receive a letter passed to you by a stranger who bows with deference. An invitation to a gathering of the friends and allies who stood by your side in the fight against the Absolute. You waste no time in packing and set off on the long road back to where all of your adventures together began.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take
expect. I feel like I must have dreamed the last few months. Now I'm waking up back in camp with my hair smelling like wood smoke. So, we should divvy up what we tell people about what we've been doing. Well, there's the visit to the House of the Moon, fending off Sharan assassins, that stray imp that joined us. Bing Bong, wasn't it? I'm sure we'll have them hanging off our every word. I'll leave you to do some mingling, unless you... That can be arranged. Almost a shame we're with company. I'd be tempted. I could get with me. Don't get into trouble.
And his people. Well, some people.
Aha! Goodness. Was Faerun always so... Still, at least the company was worth the trip. If not the... I told you I would. I imagine you're wondering how all this came to be. First, I retreat. As you know, the orb within me was the half-formed Karsak. I finished it. As expected, Mistra was unwilling to hand over the reins of the weave, so... I've claimed dominion. I offer them. Great as the heights I've reached thus far, those drawn to the Galarian Creed merely seek my guidance. Ambition is about beginnings. It's not just... I was nothing. Drifting proof their hopes are not barren wastes, but the loamy soil in which their future achievements will flourish. Hardly. A whisper in the ear of a struggling art. I am ambition incarnate. There are already several shrines in my honor. This is only the beginning. I thought you... Now, divine as my company undoubted. Don't let me... It's not every day. It's quite... Fear not. Something of the sheen of Elysium missing.
Well, there he is, the god of ambition. Have you ever... Not in the least. You were looking out for him. As do... I know there's nothing you could have done. Perhaps you'd be willing to come meet Gale's mother sometime. Jolly good. I'll tell Miss... Enjoy your party, dear.
I wasn't... And you're looking... Whatever you've been doing with your time, it clearly worked wonders. Love. And where better to celebrate our good fortune? An old horn. Exactly what I feared. Without the protection of our little... I'm sorry, I did... But time lent perspective. It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good. Perhaps more me than I've ever been. I spent too long defined by what other... This is who I am. That being said, I haven't... But from the moment I will miss our time.
Now there's a face I know.
Ah, soldier. How glad I am. Maybe I thought our paths would cross on their own. Or maybe you're stubbornly yourself, aren't you? For example, my favorite food used to be... I thought I was good at cracking skull. I've made arrangements with a healer in the city. They can go as nature intends. When I consume their brains, I've lived hundreds of childhoods. First loves, marriages, feuds. I think of you too. It's been wonderful to see you again. I wouldn't trade my life. Enjoy the night.
Well now, you can make yourself presentable. I'm glad the months have not been. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflow. I knew an Everescan Greycloak who would say, Baldurians simply get on with it. Harper, my own son Jord has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. Ah, yes. Forgive me. They ask about you? Ah, there... For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Ah, I must inspect the refreshments.
There you are. I was hoping you'd make your way over.
Friend? Big brother Scratch, too! Happy. Yes. Miss this. More. Yes. Yes. Big. But squidders? No. Lots. Make friends with a turtle, a cat, a kraken. Kraken eat tired now. Want sleep? Want cake? Nice lady.
A familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
So am I. I've got a nice home in the city now. A girl named Mindy. I missed your smell, but this thing I found had you all over it. I brought it for you. I certainly have, and I always... You know best, but... The
whole gang is here.
Boo!
Wish I'd had time to...
We are not dreaming. It is our old friend. You will forgive. Boo had a moment to lick himself clean, but there is a little too much. Minsk and Boo have been helped. The Zentarum rule the city's underbelly. So Minsk and Boo and we awoke in a Zentish cell, awaiting trial by... It is a long walk to the gallows, and Minsk still has his fists, no? Minsk and Boo... But leave such matters for the... How have you filled your days since we tore this sticky tyrant from the sky? No, no, my friend, it is not yet. There is much merriment to be made. Ah, this pond shall do nicely, Boo.
Gods. Withers yanked me from Avernus with my... I'll forget all that. The Hell Hunt's no mere duty. It's a... I don't suppose you'd indulge me. Yes, you want to hear about the Amnitsu at the Styx? The three-tusked Orthon? Word travels far. It had traveled a hell rift to a... It led to an isle of cracked rock, and then it charged, splitting the ground. It was the war devil. The third charge it made. The Orthorn slowly sunk, howling into the magma beneath. I let 2 of its tusks sink with it. The third... I've seen him more. He's leading the city's renewal. And the likes of Gortash can bend people's... Bane's chosen primed the fist for a war they weren't meant to. With a few exceptions. Father's... He still believes in the bow and the blade. Valor is found not in the wounds you... May they all take it to heart. Go on. The night always to sink.
Oh, hello. Let me guess. You have no idea who I am, do you? I thought Withers might have... I thought honoring the worthy was a fair price to pay for Withers to pull me out of the fugue plane. Before I was banished to the fugue plane. I'm washed up, I'm afraid. No, I can see it all over your face. Go on then. What should I play? Fine.
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seen... It is one that can weather any distance. Any passage of time. You are... Now the task. And who's to... Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear in that our community grows rapidly. The old masonry of Moonrise Win have been repurposed into new homes. I impart what knowledge I can to them, yet... Now, please, their appetite for bedtime tales, they have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived.
Past made present. I'm glad for it. For this.
Oh? At what cost?
It's good.